that conehead shirt. Well, I'm sitting here at my tiki bar, but I ain't seen the sun all day. There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got Mike's weather page. Here we go now. Okay. Mike's weather page. You know you were tracking every move it makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach over here? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now, find it. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away.
Hey, good morning. There's our jamming tiki bar drinking party Friday. No Tropics. Flip-flopping. All right. Oh, I didn't cue that. All right. Well, let's get it cranked up. Let's turn down our little tune here, even though it can keep on jamming in the background. We love it. Good morning. I'm up. You're up. We're all up. It's romper room time. We used to call this romper room last year. So sometimes Louis says hi. Oh my God, I know. Chris, we had the most epic rainstorm here in Pinellas County yesterday. We had almost 4 inches, I think, in about an hour, it seemed like. It was unbelievable. Crazy rain just came out of the sky. It was just a couple weeks ago we were all complaining about the lakes being dry, and guess what? Mother Nature has a way of evening things out. Right, Louis? What do you think? All right, well, say hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mike's Weather Page, a bunch of cone heads. We chit-chat about the weather. We chit-chat about a lot of things. We chit-chat about, sometimes not even about weather. We're one big happy family of weather watchers, and like to talk about tropics this time of year. So just note, I am a like-grabbing, hype, fear-mongering social meteorologist that likes to get shares. Seriously, though. Not anything official, what I say. Always go to National Weather Service, National Hurricane Center for official information. For sure. So we got both doggies today. I'm going to do some hellos. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Studios, Fine Wine and Spirits. Coming to you from the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits studio. Hope you visit ABC today for your weekend coming up. I sure did. I have a camper full of ABC products. I spent more than 3 digits at ABC. So, big thanks to them. They're family owned and operated here in lovely Florida. We love them to death. Great people. All right. So first off, if you're here for the tropics, there's not a lot to stress about. So you can go now if that's what you're wanting to hear. So that's good news. We're going to show you everything that's happened overnight. Talk about our Atlantic wave way out. Talk about maybe July 4th rains coming in from some tropical waves. This weekend's kind of dry for most. There is a front coming down. What's up, John? You cannot be kidding me. You're not starting everywhere or now. Carol from Port Aranus. What's up, Carol Jones? Isaac Taylor, what's up? Good morning, Bobby Shorn. Hey, at least Texas isn't getting that big bad hurricane that was shared all over the internet a couple days ago, right? That's a good thing. Thank you, and Elisa. Well, I'm really messing up. Lyman's some good news. Yeah, Roy, your good news, everybody else is bad news, right? But what's going on, Roy? It won't be long. We'll be talking about storms coming, no doubt. It's only June. Usually June and July are pretty quiet. So, hey, Debbie, what's up? Scott over there on YouTube. Here's Hunter, by the way. This is the original Hurricane Hunter. He's the snorer. What's up, Chad and Savannah? It's so cool to see people from all around. Yesterday we had a lot of folks down in the Caribbean and the Virgin Islands, and we had someone from Trinidad, which is cool. What's up, Emily? Cool name. Susan, yeah, man, Miami. Terrible situation. I just can't even imagine what's going on in Miami right now, what you guys are dealing with that building collapse. Sad. Big time. There's Hunter, by the way. Hunter. All right, well, yeah, Renita, it was cool. We had a little cold front. All right, buddy. All right, it is Friday. I do like to do a shout out on Fridays to our one and only Coastal Claims, real quick. Frank. Here we go. Frank Dalton here. Big Mike's for the Page fan. So us drunk donkeys stick together, right? So we like to support the companies that support what we do. So Coastal Claims is a big supporter of our page. They are insurance adjusters. They will fight for you if you need money from insurance companies. They are up and down all of the United States, not just Florida. But if you got to do a claim, call them. They'll get you a lot more money. It's a big deal. Everybody loves money. So any type of storm damage, water damage, fire damage, hurricane damage that you get, tree damage, call them, and they'll make sure you get a lot more money than what the insurance company will give you. So, and tell them you're a Drunk Donkey fan, and they'll probably give you a little extra love. But big thanks to Coastal Claims. We really appreciate the companies here that support our page and enable us what we do. For sure. Pays the bills. And helps the community. All right, let's go. Talk Tropics. Hey, real quick. So I was at Oldsmar this week. We did a little special video I'll be sharing. But did you remember this? Remember who was the cover model for our city? Look at that. The dogs. We're going to be doing a Hurricane Expo here in Oldsmar, July 13th. So watch for that. I'll share a lot of it. July 13th, Hurricane Expo. A lot of Pinellas County people are going to be here. Emergency management's going to be here. Fire, police, insurance companies, litigation companies like Coastal, companies that will be there representing. So great, informative Hurricane Expo. I'll be a key speaker. I'm excited about that. So it's going to be in the evening. So you can come after work, after school, bring the kids, meet the dogs. So that's Oldsmar, July 13th. We'll have some fun. Learn about hurricanes a little bit, right? That's always a good thing. Learn education. All right, so here's the deal. So here's our spot to watch. All right, so our other spot to watch disappeared. It was expected to do this. This little guy and this little guy. So we got two little guys we're going to talk about. So the hurricane graveyard, as we call it, a lot of shear. Kind of tore up our tropical wave that was entering the Lesser Antilles right now. That was expected. I'm not famous, Gene Ruffy. Hey, thanks, Robert. Yeah, by the way, listen, so next week's going to be crazy. We are going camping. We'll be in Florida. I will have internet. I will have all my computers. We just won't be daily live at 9:19. So if you miss me, that means awesome. If you don't miss me, that's not awesome. So we're going away for the 4th of July. So I'll be tracking Tropics every day, no worries. You might get some drunken lives. That's our tradition. And we got softball Saturday, Sunday first with the NSA states. So remember we were talking about the girls are at camp. So today is Dunkin' Donuts. I'm cheating on you guys without my Louis cup. Good morning, Sandra. How's it going? What's up, neighbor? Katie. Oh, it's somebody else. We got a good family, man. Robert Williams, I sure will, man. Shelly made plans. Uh-oh. So, hey, if you're over around Lake Wales, pop into Canopy Oaks and say hi. Yeah, Gene Ruffy, I am excited. Listen, I'm very serious what I do, okay? And it's very humbling, okay? We have fun, get crazy, post funny stuff, but I also have about 80% seriousness. That's what I tell Shelly. And I have done a lot of Great American teach-ins for kids. I love it. Done a lot of insurance adjuster seminars. Done a lot of public speaking now locally with governments. Madeira Beach, this is now Oldsmar. In case you haven't heard, I haven't bragged about it in a while. My mama says it's hard to be humble, I know, but we did win the coveted Governor's Hurricane Conference Tropical Meteorology Award for 2021. Huge honor presented to me and Mike's weather page. So that's you guys. And they said, for your dedication and contributions to the citizens of Florida in providing tropical weather information in layman terms, that's me, helping to explain what the forecast trends mean and how to follow all the maps, charts, graphs located on your site. So everybody who's won it before me has been real weather people. National Weather Service, Hurricane Center, state meteorologists. So it was very good company. And I'm going to have to wear shoes. And but I will get to meet our governor, DeSantis, and we'll be on a big stage, and that's pretty cool. So somebody out there likes us. All right, so here's the deal. All right, let's talk all tropics for a minute, then I'll say hello. So this little wave, all right, real quick, this little guy here. All right, so what's going to happen here? I've been talking a lot about, I'm the only one talking about this area. Now, I'm not trying to hype anything. It's just we're going to be entering another kind of a CAG setup where there's lowering pressures here toward the end of the month. So the wave here that we're watching could possibly, become a little something. There's going to be Pacific Energy. This is around the 30th and the 1st. So, no stress, no worries. Just, we always talk about what's next and what could be next. The MJO is going to be extremely enhanced at that time. That usually helps pop some thunderstorms. So, could just be a big juice maker. I'm going to show some models. 4 or 5 days ago, there was hurricanes showed all over the coast here from the GFS, creating an internet buzz. But there was no other models. There wasn't ensembles. And when you get an outlier one run of a GFS and you don't have ensemble support, you don't have other model support, you don't go all in yet. And but the conditions are there. So, maybe just a rainmaker going, unfortunately, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So, nothing official on that. This little guy was 40 yesterday. Then it went to 30. 30 is the new 40, and now it's 20. So, it's Invest 95, and there are models on the site. However, I should just do a little I. I-95. Look at that. It's I-95. Interstate 95. So the chances went down. The big talk was two things. One, it came off very, very low, like 5 degrees. And that would be 5 degrees. Shelly sent me this. That's 5 degrees latitude. Usually they need to be around 10 degrees at the minimum. Sometimes they don't break off enough. So anyway, that's low. And then the waters are still pretty cool out this way. Usually nothing happens here this time of year. So history, cold water, and low, definitely, now it's down to 20%. So the timing is still the same. We've been talking a lot about this. So the two waves are going to be here around the 30th. Remember, there's no 31st this year, so it's going to be this month. So it's either the 30th or the 1st if we were to get anything. So the islands love it. It brings rains. So, what's it going to do? Is this going to be a rainmaker? So far, that's what we're seeing. So listen, no stress. Invest, Rick. I'm glad I looked over there. Invest, it's awesome. Get that question all the time. So in order to be designated and get spaghetti models and start getting all of these cool little links, like look at this page here. It's awesome. Custom 95 storm products. It's a white page. It's pretty color white, kind of pearl. Got a little tint to it. You can stare at it long enough, you might see Elvis. Maybe some secret word. Another word that ain't coming up. Let's try it again. Well, that's a heck of a note. Can't show you that. Am I on the internet? Yeah, I'm on. Okay, their site's down. All right. Or you get cool stuff like this on Weather Nerds. See Invest 95. So Invest is basically an investigative area that they designate. Computer models start running once there's an Invest. So when they have an official Invest, that's when we get ensembles, we get spaghetti models, you get custom satellite imagery that gets focused on things. So it's basically just an area that they think could possibly become something. And it starts every season at 90, goes to 99, then it goes back down to 90. No reason. Just we're at Invest 95. The next system will be 96, 7, 8, 9, then it goes back down to 90. So all it is just an area of investigation, right? No, there's no 31 in this year. Hey, Valerie Bauer, how you doing? Good morning. What's up? Mini vacation. Heck yeah. Girls need it. 1 weekend off with softball. Hey, Ginger. Weather guy in Wilmington. Cool. Ginger. How's Marianne doing? I bet you got that a lot growing up. I love Gilligan's Island. Exactly. And then Kelsey, yes. Then the hurricane hunters get called in a lot more. So, good morning, Tracy. What's up? Thanks, bro. You got it, Rick Miller. So, I hope everybody's excited about the 4th. We are. We got fireworks. All right. So, hey, since we're here, let's just show this. All right. So, this is interesting. All right. This is the weathernerds.org. Sandra, there's a trick I heard. I haven't done this in. Okay, bear with me. I remember this as a kid. I think it's every other month or something, like January. Here, I don't even know how it works. Let me go make sure I'm not stupid here. So January 31st, February nothing, and then it's March. So every finger I think is, all right, and then it goes to April, and then May. So it's, I think it's every other month. June. This is so stupid. July. Oh, August has got one. Screwed the whole thing up. I don't know. I just look at the calendar. All right, so let's look at the operational runs. This is what we always used to look at. This is tropical tidbits first. We'll look at that, then we'll look at ensembles. So we're going to look at the wave and see what it does. All right, so your latest GFS, 6Z GFS. So we're looking at 2 areas of low pressure, low, and we're just going to see what they do. And we'll go to the 30th. I've been using that time frame a lot. Here's the 30th. Weak low. A little bit of vorticity, but you know, as far as organization goes, here's the first. Here's the second. There's the third. So again, there's possible increased juice happening for Texas because of the wave down there now, and doesn't even do much with the other wave. It kind of crashes it, I think, into Central America. But going back to the juice factor, well, let's look at the other models, and we'll look at. So you know, I still believe it. Let's just keep it right here in the 30th. Here's the euro on the 30th. Euro on the 30th, weak low. Actually, it's the day before. There we go. There's our low. It's a blobby mess, low pressure. There's nothing organized about that. Just blue means lower pressure. So there's low pressure in the Gulf. Here's the second, or the first. There's the second. There's the third. So look at that. Nothing to stress about. Good news. The euro yesterday, or remember the euro was all in on a system. All right, Canadian, that was kind of hitting the same thing. Here's the 30th. Boom, right here. Here's the little low. There's a low. And just not a lot. There's a second. So, and, you know, the general pattern here, you know, this is what happens. Here's the 4th. That or that. I mean, that's all questionable where that wave kind of does. But there you go. So as far as the rains go, let's take a look at the rain map here from the GFS and just show you how, unfortunately, we could just have some rains kind of brewing. Here's the 20. So you just, it's a lot of green. I know it's hard to really see, but here's the 3rd. So basically, whatever juice we have, could, just think about that, could be something to think about as far as rains go for the fourth weekend. That's a long way away. Hard to predict that far, but I like to talk about things that are far away, and I see that trend happening. Now, unfortunately for me, the trend that I'm seeing on this tropical wave on the first here is more of, see the high pressure? The trend I'm seeing is maybe tropical juice invades Florida on the fourth too. So, hopefully not, but that's kind of been the trend on that. So, not what I wanted to see. But anyway, things will change. But we're looking at tropical development right now. And about the northeast, how about they got a record heat wave coming, huh? Crazy. Well, I'm still on the southwest. How did that happen? We got to go to southeast, not southwest airlines. All right, there we go. Actually, let's look at 6 hour. This one looks a little better sometimes to get an idea of rains. Well, we got to zone out a little bit here. Let's just, I don't know. Let's look at that one. Maybe this will be better. This is the euro. Yeah, you can kind of see these. So the euro is saying the same thing. So hadn't really changed much. Here is the 1st of July. So let's go a little closer to the weekend here. Let's go to right here. A second. There's a juice right there. There we go. There's a second. So there's possible juice from that wave, and there's that juice, and then there's an approaching front over July 4th weekend that pulls everything up. So that's been the norm. The good thing is I don't see any development yet. Portland's going to be 111. Shelly says, "Man, that's hot." Here's a good look right now. Weather Nerds too, by the way. So somewhere down here, our wave got dried up. A lot of wind shear and dry air right here. I don't know if that's a wave. We talked about that the other day. There's the two waves are close together. Sometimes they end up merging. So there's our next wave, but there's so much shear down there. So there's an upper level low here. See it spinning? I get a lot of questions about that, and I used to be very confused about this too. But upper level low here is bringing in a lot of this wind shear that's ultimately killing that. And you can see this on the dry vapor loop map here. I didn't look at it today, but I assume we'll see it. So there's our upper level low. And it's bringing in the dry air, helping with the wind shear. There's the Lesser Antilles, and that's what's happening. So no surface low. These upper level lows are normal. They create tuts. Not with an I, with a U. Hey Harold, it's hot, buddy. I know it's hot out there. I love this map. All right, let's see. Let's verify the upper mid-level low. I love looking at mid-level lows. So here's a mid-level low right here, and you can see it counterclockwise. There it is. Look at that. See it spinning counterclockwise. Nothing on the surface though. Just a lot of easterly winds. So upper level low, strong upper level low actually. It's all even on the 250 level. But we talked a lot about this wave yesterday. I assume the biggest obstacles definitely the cooler water. It's got spinach. It's got it's trying to become a little something. It's very broad, but cool air. And then we got dust. The dust isn't really a factor right now, though. I don't think it's more. This is a good map. You can sometimes see spinach. I went to Walmart last night and got a bunch of crap for. I was so smart one time. I bought a cool little camper garbage can that. Oh, this is the same site that we were trying to load before, so they must be down. So I got cool garbage can for Julie for the camper a couple of months back, and it's the smallest, stupidest thing. It fills up with like 5 drinks. So I went and got a cool plastic Rubbermaid one last night, big and brown, and $20, I don't know. Went to put the stupid lid on it, and it's cracked. I'm like, crap, cracked. Didn't plan on that today. Here's the long-range global tropics hazards map. Nothing showing. So, let me go back to the Euro. So, all right. So, a couple... Oh, Tom and Dan. We were on a Tom and Dan show, by the way. Did you see this? This is pretty awesome. I got to show you this intro that they did, in case you missed it. Look. Oh, let's see if I can play it. Let me see. I got to get it up. How do I get it up? The show. I don't know. Oh, there we go. I don't know where I was at. It's not even up now. What the heck happened? Where did I go? Where did I go? I lost it. Oh, well. That was on the Tom and Dan show. Oh, there it was. Let's see if I can go back to it. Oh, there we are. All right, now we can go full screen. There we are. Check out this intro they did. It's so cool. Well, watch it anyway. This is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen it.
So anyway, I love these guys. They've done a lot for me. Check out this intro they did. It's hilarious. It's so crazy. Oh, that was awesome. I was shocked. And then they had the beer and the weather. That's my same weather gauge that I got.
We're going to talk some RVing. How you doing?
That was so fun. Oh my God. So I'll be on that more, talking weather when there's weather to talk about. So anyway, all right, let me see what you guys are saying. It was fun. Hey, when you have a lot to talk about with the weather, we just kind of ramble on, I'm telling you. So let me show you the ensembles. I want a couple things. So spaghetti models have pretty much stopped running. This BAM suite isn't really real spaghetti models or tab. That's why I put Levi's sites really got the best as far as operational spaghettis run. We got one model right now. Now, a couple days ago, I showed the Euro, and this is what got everybody fired up. And I'm sure the NHC took note. That's why it went up to 40%. It's very odd to see the Euro go all in. But look at right now, almost no spaghetti, no real spaghetti models. This is 51 members of the Euro, and maybe 1 out of 51. So it went from that to that. This was just a day ago. Wednesday. So Wednesday got everybody fired up, and I think that's why the NHC went to 40%. And that's pretty significant signatures of possible really strong hurricane coming. But the last several runs. Look, so that was one run, 12 hours later, that run. And since then, it's been the same. So NHC down to 20% now. But the GFS never really had it going on. The operational runs never really had it going on. So, there's still a few scragglers here. Let's go back to there's 3 or 4. This is July 2nd, 3rd, 4th here. So there's a few GFS ensembles still showing first part of July. So, there's a couple to keep your eye on. But, again, nothing to stress about for sure. So, anyway. But the, holy cow, so the rain yesterday. So we got, I don't know, my mom and dad got 3.6 inches. What did I officially get? Let's take a look. It was unbelievable the amount of rain we got. Crocs, that was funny. Hey, Jackie, it's coming. Recap. Yeah, I do a recap. We're good. There's really nothing. Which is great. Still casually watching, So what did I get yesterday? Did I get 4 inches? What did we get? Look at that rainfall rate. So that was the wind. Look at that. 2.8. Well, 2.8 an hour. That was the rainfall rate. 2.8 inches an hour. That's like crazy. They had 3 inches in 1 hour. So we got three and a quarter officially. Almost 4. But, if if this thing pans out, MJO, we talk about it a lot. It's an amazing phenomenon in the weather world. Definitely enhances thunderstorm activity, and we'll be seeing that towards the end of the month, early July. And then we got this big pulse coming that could put a big choke in the middle of July, which has been being talked about now from a few different folks. So that'll be, let me see, where's my link? Well, this one right here. This one really shows it. So here's, end of June 29th, still got a little pulse, but then look at this, middle July, man. That's sinking air. And man, I've seen it over the years. When we get a sinking air pattern like this, then it's really hard for thunderstorms to develop. So middle July could be slow. Should be camping then. It's interesting. Climatology, I know I showed a lot, but it's really interesting. I talk a lot about this too. Let's talk about this real quick. So this is up to 2010, so it's kind of tough. I wish I could update these graphics. I hate it. Doesn't have the last 10 years, but these are the hot spots. Blues are less hurricane strikes by counties over the years. And of course, Upper Gulf, the most, which I don't have to tell you guys that, that. And South, and Florida, East Coast. But why? Well, let's see. So July technically, but mainly August, September, October, we get Cape Verde storms. And these are the waves that come from Africa. That peak season lasts a good 3 months. And we have the high pressure. So, it all depends on that high pressure system, But what happens here is it goes around Florida because of the high, and everything usually curves like that, So that's why the peak seasons we have so much more activity in these areas. Makes sense, right? I talked to a lot of folks that live here, and because of the 10, 15 degrees the storms travel, you don't really get a system doing that because the high pressure is right here. It's kind of impossible. So with the high pressure in place, it would be, it's really hard to get anything to hit this area. This is kind of a natural protector, if you say. And same here, we had that Sandy a couple years ago that we talked a lot about. A high pressure came across and blocked it. Now, see, later in the season, cold fronts and stuff. So later in the season storms, in early season storms, later like October is usually this part of the world's area to watch, and I would say this part too. But what happens later in the season is we get homegrown systems brewing down in the Caribbean from old fronts. So fronts come down and little low-level energies are behind, and we get storms that come up that way. So that's why, it's less, because this type of pattern doesn't last the whole season. And what happened with Sandy, like I said, we had a high pressure system come across and block a system and did that. And the wintertime, later season months, high pressure here is not as predictable. and we have more brakes and fronts and stuff. So that makes sense, right? I mean, that doesn't mean we can't have a system down here. It just means on average, the reason that we have more activity here is because of the long Cape Verde season. You know, so that's why forecasters, when they put out their predictions, it's really easy to predict storms sometimes because you could just go off of history. But early season system, I mean, we're June. We usually June is we don't talk about much. So anyway, what else we got? Anything else good? Any questions I miss? Daily Brew. Hey, Jamelia Rooney. Yes, Sandy was a very wide. Wasn't there a big argument too because it was subtropical and they were like, I think there was a huge debate on whether or not they should be watches and warnings because at the time they weren't issuing watches and warnings. I think for subtropical systems, maybe I forget. There was something that was kind of messed up. For sure. All right, what else we got? Oh man, Catherine, I hate to hear that. So we got an actual survivor there. Not good. A lot of homes. Yeah, we were tracking it. I was around. I mean, we were definitely we were around then. Let's see. We'll Google Mike's weather page and Hurricane Sandy. Let's see if anything pops up. Because I remember we were here. We weren't as big. Let's see if there's anything history-wise that I can find talking about Sandy. I remember we were talking a lot back then about this high-pressure system and how it was going to influence whether or not Sandy was going to turn or not. But I can't find anything that old. We talked a lot about the steering currents, and I remember that we definitely were putting that scenario out there. In fact, I use it in my presentations. Let's see if I can find it. I use Sandy as an example. I don't know which Google account it's mine. I don't know if it's this one. I think it might be under... I don't know how to get out of this damn thing. I don't know. Now I want to find it real quick. So bear with me. Let's see. I'm going to switch my account over here. I don't want... Nope. How do I sign out of... Manage my Google account maybe? There we go. Might be under this one. Okay, slides. Let's see. Google Slides. This might be it. Google Slides. Go to Google Slides. Nope. Not that one. Let's try this one. Oh, here it comes. Bop, there it is. Yay. All right, now I found it. Google Slides. All right, so let me go full screen. I haven't used it in a while, so bear with me. This is part of my presentation that I'll be showing for Oldsmar. All right. Nope. That ain't it. Let's see. File. Let's see. Let's do publish to web. And then here's my link. All right. Let's do it this way. So I've spent a lot of time on this sucker, man. I got all kinds of slides. All right. So here's Sandy right there. All right. So this was obviously 2012. Yeah, I was around because we oh, no, now I lost my chat. There we go. All right. So 2012, October 25th, see, late season. And this is a graphic I did showing many different models. Case study, Irma Sandy. GFS and Euro. Forecasters use these the most. They do. That's why we went to 40% yesterday, I have a feeling, because of what the Euro. But I'm telling you, the Icon and CMC are the new Euro. At times they agree, at times they don't agree. Many others then of course I highlighted H-Wharf and Icon. They're my two favorite. But here's Sandy. So here's spaghetti models for Sandy back in 2012. And the GFS was the yellow. And the H-Wharf. And the GFDL is the HMON now. Remember, the HMON is now the new GFDL. The old GFDL. But there's a Euro. So we had this huge question mark because of a high pressure coming in. And some of the models had it ahead of it, and that's what happened. So that was an interesting study. And then the Irma, just a few years ago, the Euro had it missing Florida completely and sticking more of an East Coast storm. And the GFS almost was perfectly predicted here back when it was way down in the Caribbean. So, like I said, not the Euro's not always right, and the GFS isn't always right. That's why you look at ensembles, because ensembles are everything. So that's a good presentation. So if you want to see it, I'll be doing it. Look at all these cool graphics I put together. Lots of them. Cool beans. All right, what else we got? Hey, we got a lot of people talking on. Hey, Kat, great question. Great question. Let me show you. So Kat asks, cold fronts or Bermuda High? So, hey, thank you, Vicky, for that. Do Gulf Loop eddies form this early? Yeah, Chris, kinda, they do. They have to form early, and they end up, like Harvey, the loop eddy drifted over towards Texas. So once they form, they kind of drift around, and they start about now. But all right, so the question was this: what influences hurricanes? High pressure, strong Bermuda high, or cold fronts? So early season, cold fronts are a big factor. Okay, why? Because early season is always Caribbean style storms. So look, what happens early season, late season, cold fronts come down. That thing's big, I gotta move it. Cold fronts come down and they stall. And little pieces sometimes get left behind. And they spawn, once you get low pressure systems, then they move up. So Bermuda High has little effect early season, late season. Here's November, late season. We started to get cold fronts coming down. October's a mix, but you can see most of the storms in October form in the Caribbean, which are influenced by cold fronts. Everything normally. So Texas always says once we get into cold front season, they're protected because cold fronts pick up and allow our systems to curve off northeast. So late season systems typically never happen out here. Too much shear, water starts, with water still hot, but we don't get African waves as much anymore. So it happens twice, or two different things. Let me go back to the model that I had on there. I got so many damn models. I got to close some stuff now because I don't even know where I was at. There it is. So cold fronts influence so much that, lows attract lows. Highs, I always compare them to magnets. A high pressure, like when you have opposing magnets, and you try to push two magnets together, that's like your low pressure, high pressure. So when you have a strong high pressure, the only way for a low to go is around it. It can't go in it. Sometimes a really super duper strong system can almost get in it, push it a little bit, but usually not. So when you have cold fronts, they definitely influence our systems to curve. Now the Bermuda High, do that every time, right, Shelley? The Bermuda High is just a huge ridge of high pressure that lasts through the summertime. So we get these Cape Verde storms come off, and they go around the high pressure system. Usually, I mean, Sometimes, like what happened with Harvey, we have another little high that sets up, and Harvey unfortunately had nowhere to go. It just sat there. But generally, the Bermuda high. Now, if the Bermuda high sets up here and it's weak, let's say one year, that's when we get a lot of recurves. Or, unfortunately, we get, into the East Coast. When the Bermuda high is stronger and moves a little bit to the west, then our systems have more of a chance to, do that. So, and I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think there's any way to predict the Bermuda high. It fluctuates around a lot. Bounces around, dances around a little bit. I don't think there's really any predictor. What's happened early season predictions so far was heavy rains in Africa, which are panning out, in a juicier main development region, which means these African waves are coming off, giving more chance for activity. Now, you go into a La Nina year where you have less shear, which we're in now, or neutral, but towards the end of the season, we should be back to La Nina. But basically, when you have less shear, tropical moisture, less shear, tropics are going to be active. And I guess you could predict the high too, because if you have a drier, if that's moist, I had to use that word at least once. If that's moist, that indicates a stronger high. And yes, that would mean more of a chance for storms, indicating less moisture. So, it's hard to predict. It only takes one, but it makes sense. I hope that made sense. I don't know. Hey, Eric. Thanks, buddy. So, yeah. Hurricane Florence, Claudine. That's a great story. Let me show you. We tracked that one a lot. So I made the blunder, one post on that storm. When it was just coming off of Africa, I fell into everybody's trap and said it'll probably recurve. Everybody was predicting, because it came off a little high and it was starting to track. Why can't I? I can never do it on this site. Why can't I ever do it on this site? Let me try it like this. So everybody still can't do it. Why can't I do it? Bummer. Anyway, let me find another one, because I want to be able to draw. All right, Hurricane Florence track. Let's see. Try to find another one. History. Let's see. Where is it at? This might be another one. That's still Wikipedia. Oh, well. Oh, there's another one. We can use this one. I don't know who did this one, but we'll use it. So, all right. So, here's what happened. We had I'm doing flashbacks here. So, like I said, everybody expected a recurve, and it didn't. Oh, what the heck happened there? So we kept getting high pressures building. So we had a little gap. I remember an original model showed that this was going to curve up into that gap. Oh man, it doesn't like my pointer. But it was going to curve up. There it goes again. Man, this track map. And then I got dogs snoring. This is like, hey. Well, then we had a high pressure system came across. Don't do it. Okay, so high pressure came across and blocked. Oh, there it goes again. Blocked Florence. So we basically had, and you can see this. So we had. Well, I'm just going to draw now. So we had a little gap between. So we didn't have a strong Bermuda high. We had a couple fronts come down. I remember, and it broke up the Bermuda high. Oh, look at Shelly. She's always there for me. Let me see what she got. Did she find me one? She's like the Google queen. I used to work for Google. Can you believe that? I was a search engine guy. All right, she said she found me one. See, my messenger pops up. It was very fascinating. That's kind of what started a lot of our... All right, see, here we go. Oh, there we go. Florence history. Look at that. There she found me. All right. Show her to the rescue. Now I can look like John Madden. Do my thing. Hey, we got something from Barbados. Good morning, Raymond. Barbados. That's awesome. So yeah, so it was fascinating. So we had our, high pressure. We had a front coming across. There was a weakness here, And a lot of the models had it doing its weakness. But what happened was we ended up with another high pressure system that came along, blocked it, and lo and behold, we had another high pressure come along. So we had these high pressures coming across, and every time that it looked like Florence was going to curve, high pressure came in, blocked it, and it went around it. Then we had another high pressure come in, blocked it, and it came south. So that was kind of odd for, you know, and what happened here, very weird, right here. So this is another graphic that I show. Let me go back to my Google Slides, because I actually had that. I talk about Florence on that because, of course, I'm not logged into my damn account. I have another Julie's account. So let me find the Florence slide here. Where's my Florence slide? This one. Okay, I'll just leave this one up. All right, so Florence became a. Guys, this is a good graphic. I need to enlarge this one. Let me make this one live. I'm going to skip it, and let me publish the web. I need to make this one big because it's good information too. I put a lot of work into this stuff. Let's find it. Oh, let's see. Where did it go? Let's see. There it is. There it is. All right. We got it now. Look at that. We got it. Whoops. See if I can make it smaller. Nope. That's all right. So Florence became a Category 4 in some pretty darn cool waters. And it was like, huh? Not supposed to happen, right? They say 80 degrees typically. Florence became a Category 4 in the open Atlantic under 78, 79 degrees water. So that was defying science, right? I'll never forget. It was like, what the heck? And here's your spaghetti models. Early on, look, majority of them curving, but then there was always these outliers. And when you see this, there's question marks on a high pressure system. So then you start looking at the high pressure systems and start looking at timing, like, oh, the high pressure a little bit faster, blocks it, brings it down. And that's indeed what happened. High pressure was a tick quicker and forced our system to come down. And going back to the dust, it was definitely riding in some dust. And that didn't kill it. The water vapor loop didn't look all that favorable for development, but it developed a moisture shield. Yellow is shear. And another crazy graphic here. There's your islands, but look at this wind shear. It was underneath at this time. It was underneath some pretty hefty wind shear. So, man, you know, I use this graphic to show that Hurricane Florence defied a lot of logic. It turned into a 4 over cool water. Had a lot of wind shear, dry air was around and dust, but yet it still came across. So, and unfortunately, it parked itself. And on top of rains and surge, it had a lot of flooding. That obviously was the big news. I think it weakened a little bit before. And I always say too, people. I think the media for Florence really hyped up Florence when it was out to sea, you know, and you got to remember too, when there's a system, oh, look at that, that's a big old system. So when we have a system here, it's almost 7 days to here, and then maybe another 5, 6, 7 days to here. So that's a 2-week span of coverage on a system right here. 2 weeks. So when Florence was a Category 4 here, it was still probably 10 days out, I would say. And man, it got a lot of media attention because you got a Category 4 in the middle of the Atlantic, and you're like, oh my God. And that was, it was definitely, top of the news, August, September, peak season. But what happened, I thought what happened was once it started weakening, and it was I don't even remember was it a 4? I don't want to be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I think it was only a 1 when it made landfall, right? Let's see. Category 1. So it made landfall as a Category 1, and it ended up being a big story. But I felt once the storm was weakening, every time a storm weakens, it goes from like a major hurricane to Category 2. You get a 5-degree drop in wind speeds, and everybody's like, weakening Hurricane Florence. And all of a sudden, when you see the headline weakening, you're like, oh, it's weakening. It's nothing. But it weakened from a 3 to a 2. And then when it went to a 1, I really think the coverage became like, oh, it's only a 1. But man, I don't have to tell you guys how bad it was for a lot of folks. So that's all I got to say about that. Isn't that what Forrest says? Forrest Gump. That's all I got. Yeah, that's what he quoted. That's all I got. That's all I have to say about that. So, or what did Paul Harvey say? And that's the rest of the story or something? Man, I'm fast fingers today. I think it was, that's the rest of the story or something. Let's see. That's the rest of the story. There you go. And now, the rest of the story. Now you know the rest of, there you go. Now you know the rest of the story. There you go. Now you know the rest of it. Hurricanes are like a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get. Hey, got some YouTubers chatting. Anyways, all right. Do we have anybody that lives in that area of the Carolinas when Florence weakened? Do you feel like the media stopped talking about it as much, maybe? Because it definitely was hyped up when it was a Category 4. But I hate it when storms weaken and they say weakening. Look at this. This is a heat wave going on. This is crazy, man. They're getting an unbelievable heat wave. I mean, crazy warnings out west. Look at this. Unfreaking believable. Excessive heat warning. All this area, excessive heat warnings. Dangerous heat levels, man. Crazy heat. What are the forecast temps for out there, by the way? Let's take a look at Levi's site, because he's got it for us. I think I just said forest. Can't really zoom in on the northeast, but we can see what it is. Let's see. There's 98. 106. Holy crap. Look at this heat. 112 Sunday. Jeez. 112 expected in Washington. Oh my God. I'm melting. 115 on Monday. It's climbing. 115 on Tuesday. My God. That's not even possible. Look at that. That's crazy. Let's zoom in a little closer on that. Man, 115 degrees. As we got our snorter. All right, we can go to the northwest here and take a look. So look at this. Oh my God. So look at 150, 119. Where the hell is that at? 119 degrees. Somewhere in Washington. 119 degrees. My God, that's crazy. But it's a dry heat. I don't think that's dry heat out there. Whew. So, man, if anybody out there, look at 100, all of, jeez, crackers. California. Crazy. couldn't even imagine what kind of fire risk we got out there. Man, it's not good at all. Lots of red flag warnings. For sure. So, anyway, where all the action's at today, really nowhere. Let's look at the rain map. Let's look at future radar real quick. And then we'll say, see you later. I got to get ready. Going camping, drinking a lot. Hey, Sarah, what you got? One tough thing that our local news station flooded. Yeah, see, the flooding was bad. Thanks, Claudine. Isaiah. Hey, Ginger. Yeah, Isaiah was, Hey, James Hogue. You didn't miss much. I've probably butchered your name. Today is Butcher Your Name Friday. Thanks to Loretta Reed. I know you're a big fan. Thank you so much. Anna, I would be dragging your kids from Costco. Somebody might call you for abuse. Harold, you got that right. I'm sure there's burn bans out there, right? Jeff, let's hope so. No, they're great. I've messaged, we're going to the resort. I'm very excited. They've answered all my messages. I probably shouldn't open that up. I'll do it over here. They've answered every one of my messages. Every time I call, they're very sweet. And let's take a look at it. This is where we're going. Resort at Canopy Oaks. Anyway, but look at this. So they got I don't think it's the world's largest tiki bar, but look at it, man. It is they got a tiki bar. That sold me. Look at that. Tiki bar. This is Lake Wales. I even went and bought the girls' pickleball rackets yesterday at Walmart. Here's a tiki bar. Look at it. A lot of lakes. Everything's brand new. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Big fire pits. They got a bunch of fire pits. Oh, God, it's awesome. So we're going to get a lot of rain. I guarantee it. But you know what's cool about a Florida rain? Is we get cool weather afterwards. So that's where we're going. There's a tiki bar. Maybe I'll do a live from the tiki bar. I said tiki bar a lot. That's because I love tiki bars. So we're excited. Just got to control my liquor intake. All right, anything else we got cooking that we need to talk about? Any questions? Nope, I'm just looking at a Twitter feed here yesterday. Oh, she made me a graphic. Oh, look at that. Shelly made me a cool graphic. Look at that. She's a graphic. Camping time. That's cool. I'll be posting a lot. I got a little setup in the camper too, by the way. I got my laptop. I got a second monitor. I got Wi-Fi. I got my MiFi. I got a Wi-Fi extender. So you won't even know I'm gone. Promise. All right. So hey, let's look at the weather for the weekend, and then we'll be gone. Because oh my God, it's 10:24. I'm cutting into prep time here. I gotta go take that damn garbage can back that's broken. I text Julie. I said, "You really didn't use that flip." Oh, look at that. We got a little purple dot. Look at that. Vindication. There's my little dot. I'm the only one talking about the little dot. Don't stress about it. I'm not hyping. But hey, you be aware. So weather coming up. Let's see. Let's take a look at future radar. Today, let's go to the 12Z because it's just ran and we got 48 hours to play with. And we will see what we got for rains. We'll just do the whole U.S. for now. Here's the next 48 hours. Storms brewing today down South Florida. This might be the last day of heavy rains. This is 2 o'clock. Our front's finally there's rains coming again today. Look at that. It's 5 o'clock. So Rains for Louisiana, scattered across the Carolinas, but heavy rains again today across Florida. And it's a weird flow. You know why? Because we got a front coming in. Look, we got this front, and all this is getting pulled up to it. So there's that. Tomorrow, noon, a little less. See, tomorrow, tomorrow's less coverage. Look at all this moisture. It's so fun to look at it. So we got a front. All the moisture is feeding up like this. So there you go. Let's zoom in a little closer to the southeast now. I hate this map. I wish this map would include about that much of Texas, because then we would have everybody. So here's today, and got a pretty hefty line again. Look at this, 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon for Florida again today. But yesterday's was incredible. And tomorrow, little less juice. Louisiana's still going to get it. Hey, now, but you know what? When you drive across Louisiana on Interstate 10 and it's all water and swamps, you know why? You guys get a lot of rain. The bayou. And then Sunday's less. All right, so Saturday, Sunday, things are drying out. We got that. That's been the trend now for a long time. You guys see the Czech Republic? I can't play a lot of this stuff because I don't want to get in trouble. But there is a lot of tornado footage that happened over the Czech Republic. Somebody actually filmed it from their house. It was crazy. So Google it. Look at that deer crossing the road. Where's that at? Providence. Oh, that's Hinkson Creek. Not sure where that's at. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. There's that tornado coverage. Oscar. So Google Oscar and you can see unbelievable footage. Look at that. You'll see it. All right. So let's look at one more thing and then we'll be done. Here's your daily rains. Let's just look at that for fun. I like to do this now. Here's your daily rains. Today's rains, West Coast concentration. Tomorrow rains. Just look at the color. It gets a lot less tomorrow. Day 2 rains. Sunday rain. Look at Sunday. Could be dry for Florida. Could be dry. Day 7, July 1st. Look at the moisture. This is our wave coming up. July 1st. Vindication. There's our front. It's going to pull it all up. And the other wave is going to be somewhere down here. So I'm a little worried about rain on July 4th. Oh, Chris, I got you, buddy. Julio, yes. Florida, we are protected on the East Coast. Oh, you say East Coast? Yeah, well, now that makes no sense. If I was to say anybody was due, unfortunately, common sense tells you that, based on history, so let's hope not. All right. Well, hey, that was a fun day. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Big thanks to Coastal Claims. They sponsor our Friday show. And if you need any help with insurance claims and getting extra money, make sure you check them out. They're big fans of our site. And they're based in Florida, but they work all of South, anywhere. So don't think it's only Florida, but huge help for a lot of our fans to get more money. So thanks to them. Thanks to ABC. Let's go to ABC's. Facebook page and let's see what they got brewing this weekend for Father's. Well, I said Father's Day. Father's Day lasts all month for me. No, Sarah says it all the time. So, that looks good. Oh, God, I don't even drink that stuff. But look at that. Smirnoff Pink Lemonade. Oh, my God. Good Greek God, this stuff tastes good. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits says. That looks pretty damn good. Looks scary to me. So big thanks to ABC, as always. And thanks to all you drunk donkeys. Remember, Facebook supporters, I do special lives for your recaps for you a lot. Little perks. So sign up to be a Facebook supporter. It's the best way to support our page. Get a lot of perks. Shelly manages our private community room. I don't know what you call it. So she's over there. I don't even go over there. I had this page. I didn't even know I had the page last year, and she took it over for me. So, but it's a great page if you want to do more weather, only weather, and we have a good group over there. And you get a discount on merchandise, 20% off on Mike's Weather Page gear. And you get a cool name badge next to your name. And we mail a sticker to you once a year. And this year we're going to mail a little something extra for those that have been with us over a year for Christmas time. So it's a cool thing. And that's it. Nothing new. Right? So have a great Friday. You guys been amazing. We keep growing. We're over 1 million now. What are we at? I think we're up to 1,020,000 now. That's awesome. I don't even know where to go to look at it. Somewhere. I don't even know. Oh, there we are. 1,020,000. So we got 1,020,000 followers now. Look at that. Wow. All right, well, have a great weekend. And we'll stay connected. And there you go. Thanks, James. We're going softball first. We're doing the NSA States in Lakeland. So be good. Cheers. 5 thumbs up. I don't have 5. I got 2. 2 thumbs up. I got 11 fingers, though.